the day all NFL fans have waited for and hoped would happen. The defending Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs arrived in Tampa yesterday afternoon with one goal in mind: a repeat. But to do it, they must beat the GOATs. Tom Brady about to walk out of the Super Bowl stage for the 10th time. You gotta love sports. That's what they are playing for, the Lombardi Trophy. Welcome to the Pregame Show, the start of your Super Bowl Sunday. I'm Adam Shine. Joining me as always, my guys, Kyle Long, London Fletcher, Amy Trask, JJ, Jonathan Jones. Doesn't get any better than this. Kicking off CBS's coverage of Super Bowl 55. So, Fletch, let's dive right in.
So, Adam, I played in 2 of these Super Bowls, and I tell you, nothing compares to playing in this game. Every kid who's ever put on a helmet and a pair of shoulder pads, they dream of playing in the Super Bowl. And I don't care if you're Tom Brady playing in your 10th Super Bowl or a rookie like Antoine Winfield Jr. playing in your first. Your level of excitement right now is off the charts, getting ready to play, Amy, in the NFL's biggest stage.
It is the biggest stage, and we are here today because of collaboration and hard work. The league and the Players Association collaborated one another. All the parties involved in the game: players, coaches, team staff, league staff, stadium staff, medical professionals, and more worked hard. That's why we're at Super Bowl Sunday. So here's to collaborating, here's to working hard.
Hey, working hard, I can tell you all about that here. It's Super Bowl Sunday, and the thing that differentiates our game from so many others, what makes it special, is that a lot of teams determine their champion in a series of events. Nuh-uh. Super Bowl Sunday, 60 minutes, 2 teams, 1 champion, Adam.
I love it.
And the fact that here in Tampa Bay, the Buccaneers are playing at home after starting 7-5. People go back to that Week 12 loss against the Chiefs, but it was really that Week 13 bye week where they reflected on themselves. And Todd Bowles with that defense said, my blitzes aren't getting home. What do I need to do? Bruce Arians and offensive coordinator Byron Leftwich said, listen, guys, we need more pre-snap motion. We have to make our offense more dynamic. And since then, Adam, they haven't lost.
It's such a great point. And look, this is a game of matchups on the field and on the sideline. So, Amy, what storyline are you following tonight?
Tremendous focus on the 2 magnificent quarterbacks in this game. My focus is on pass rush versus pass protection. Tampa Bay's fierce pass rush, tied for 4th in the league this season with 48 sacks. Kansas City's injury-depleted offensive line. And remember, the better the pass rush, the easier it is for the defensive backs to do their job. And Tampa Bay's defensive backs, they have a big job today.
Pass rush, pass pro, so key. And the storyline I'm going to look at today is my buddy Aaron Stinney in at right guard. He has a monumental matchup with Chris Jones. He's flanked by Ryan Jensen, Tristan Wirfs. If Tom Brady can step up in the pocket today, it'll be because of this man, Aaron Stinney. I can't wait to watch this one.
All right, so I'm a defensive player, so you know I'm going to be looking at the defensive coordinators as my storyline. And I'm talking about Steve Spagnuolo, the defensive coordinator of the Kansas City Chiefs, and Todd Bowles, the defensive coordinator of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're going to have their hands full trying to devise a scheme to slow down these 2 high-powered offenses. I firmly believe offense sells tickets, but defense wins championships.
You know, hey, Tom Brady's run into some defense before, played in 9 Super Bowls. That means he's played in 9 Super Bowl first quarters, and all he has to show for it is 3 lousy points. He and his teams have been outscored 24-3 in the first quarter of all of his Super Bowls combined. So what does Tom Brady need to do? He needs to start fast. And I talked with Tom Brady earlier this week. I said, what's it been? He said, listen, I can't really put a finger on it, but obviously you want to have a fast start. Well, when Kansas City wins the coin toss, they always kick to the other team. And when Tampa Tampa Bay, the last 2 times they've won the coin toss, they like to receive. So Tom Brady, heads or tails, is going to start with the ball.
Well, I'm going to play off that, JJ, because it's such a great point. And how about Patrick Mahomes, what he does in terms of having the ability to come back in the postseason? I mean, this is the most majestic start to a career at the quarterback position in the history of the NFL without being subject to hyperbole. Think about last year. Houston, Tennessee, Super Bowl Sunday, down 2 scores on this year, AFC Championship game against Buffalo. It's almost like Patrick Mahomes, he wants to be trailing, and that's when he saves the magic. Now, unfortunately, there has been some news off the field prior to tonight's showdown concerning Britt Reed, assistant coach of Kansas City. And for more on that, we welcome in Jason Lockenfora.
Well, Adam, Reed, the team's outside linebackers coach and son of head coach Andy Reid, is in a Kansas City hospital this weekend after striking 2 cars on his way home from the team facility Thursday night. A 5-year-old passenger suffered life-threatening injuries as a result of the collision. I'm told Reed sustained internal injuries. Sources said Reed told police he had been drinking before the crash. Kansas City police told me it will be weeks before an investigation is complete, including the results of a toxicology report. Andy Reid has told friends that he's distraught about the situation, but trying to focus on coaching his team today.
Jason, thank you very much. Certainly a very difficult situation for all involved. We will break down tonight's epic showdown between the defending Super Bowl champs led by Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady's Buccaneers when the pregame show returns.
There's no stopping now. Come on, yeah. Who's got the power now?
We have the last 2 quarterbacks to win the Super Bowl.
I can do it all. I'm invincible.
A legend in the making against perhaps the all-time legend.
The road to repeat for Kansas City will run through Tampa.
There's no doubt we are seeing something historic happening here. Tom Brady in his Hall of Fame career, which may never end at this rate, and Patrick Mahomes. He has a chance to create his own football dynasty. It is time right now for one of our favorite Tops segments. We like to call it like or dislike. We're each going to give a statement. If you like it, green thumb up. Dislike it or disagree, red thumb down. Here we go. Here's mine. Both Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill will each have over 100 receiving yards tonight. Like or dislike? Gotta be both. Fletch, you're not feeling it.
No, I'm not feeling it, Adam. And the reason why I say that, I think Todd Bowles, the defensive coordinator of Tampa Bay Buccaneers, he's going to devise a scheme to take Tyreek Hill away. So they both won't go for over 100 yards for me. All right, so here's my statement. I'm gonna see if you guys like this. The MVP of the Super Bowl will be a defensive player.
Oof.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to JJ.
Listen, man, this is a quarterback league. We just had the most points and the most yards and the fewest penalties. And listen, there's a DB that can go out there and get 2 interceptions. Doesn't happen often. It's going to be a QB tonight.
I'm with you, London, and I got one for you guys. Kansas City's injury-depleted offensive line will protect Patrick Mahomes. Oh, you know what? I got to go to the offensive linemen.
The thing
Kyle.
that separates Patrick Mahomes from other quarterbacks, he can protect himself with his legs, with his arm, with his mind.
Creative answer.
Okay, so I got one for y'all. Both teams will score at least 28 points tonight, like or dislike. Remember now, week 12, it was 27-24. All right, Amy, let's start it.
When we expect a score fest, we often don't see one. I don't think both teams, that would be, I'm not going to do the math. I don't think they do it.
I'll do a little math. I think the losing team will score 27. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, so on semantics, I'm going with the thumbs down.
That would be almost 60. Yeah, that's a down.
For me, it will be Frank Clark will have 0 sacks in the Super Bowl.
Zero.
Adam, go ahead, Adam.
I mean, I understand you're Mr. Offensive Lineman, and that offensive line for Tampa is tremendous, and they deserve a lot of credit, but Frank Clark is special, Kyle. I can't say zero, and I think that defense is very underrated, and Chris Jones will help Frank Clark.
I'm going to go with yes, because all week you've been telling me about this guy, Tristan Wirfs, the rookie tackle for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He's going to hold Frank Clark out.
And I'll tell you what, Tom Brady, when he feels that pressure, what does he do? He throws it into the dirt, or he kind of folds down like a folding table, a folding chair to the ground. I don't think that he's going to let Frank Clark get to him.
Or he looks at the official like, why are they getting close to me?
Oh.
Ooh. Okay, I'm going to say zero for the following reason. When there's a dominating player, like Frank Clark, there's going to be tremendous focus on him. So others, as a result, will get free. And that's why sacks can be a misleading statistic. Sometimes the most forceful players are the ones that are protected against the most, and others get sacks.
You know, it's going to be really interesting in terms of Steve Spagnuolo and the pressure that he could put on Tom Brady, because, London, we've seen this in the big game in the Super Bowl before.
Yeah, absolutely. And Steve Spagnuolo, he knows the key to beating Tom Brady is getting pressure in the interior of him. And that's why I believe Chris Jones is going to be the most important players for this Kansas City Chiefs defense. Get pressure in the face of Tom Brady.
Well, how do you stop the Kansas City high-powered offense? Well, how can you contain the Buccaneers defense? Heck if I know, but my guys do. Time for London and Kyle to hit the film room. We are live at Raymond James Stadium. Much more coming up on That of the Pregame Show from sunny Tampa, Florida.
Ain't no better stage, baby. Ain't no better stage than
These are the moments that we work for right here. We're built for moments like these.
Something special right here, man. In playoff football, win or go home.
Lamar Jackson makes it look so easy.
What a night for Browns fans everywhere.
LA will advance.
The Chiefs host the AFC Championship game.
Bills are going to the AFC Championship.
Where else would you rather be right now?
7 seconds. Brady got Scotty Miller in the oven. Beam me up, Scotty.
the Super Bowl, baby. To see what they made of. We know what we made of.
The Chiefs are ready to run it back.
Super Bowl. Super Bowl. I'll see you on Tampa Bay.
There are two teams left standing, and tonight in the stands, the crowd will consist of 25,000 live fans along with 30,000 fan cutouts from military personnel to healthcare heroes, and of course, a large contingency of Chiefs and Bucs fans. Now, this Super Bowl looks different than any other we've ever seen, and I know back in September, we all wondered if today would happen, Jonathan, at all.
Yeah, I got to say, I was wondering that as well. And listen, since August the 1st, the NFL has conducted more than 950,000 tests for COVID-19. And with all that data, with everything that they were able to collect from that, they were able to then institute the high-risk close contacts. And that kept more than 36 players who ultimately tested positive from being in the locker room or going out to practice with the guys. It saved any number of outbreaks. And Amy, that we had 256 games played all mostly on time, that there was no week 18, that we're standing here today on schedule and not next week or next month. It's a real testament to the hard work that everybody put in.
It sure is. It was an off season, a preseason, and a regular season in which everyone adapted and everyone adapted creatively. And now every change that was made should be evaluated, and great consideration should be given to which of those changes should be a lasting change.
Very well said, guys. And look, every Sunday on Tops, we get educated by London and Kyle on what to look for when the teams take the field. And today, no exception. The only thing that has changed, the title of the segment. In honor of being here in Tampa, it's time for No Risk It, No Biscuit. Guys, take it away.
All right, Kyle, so we got Patrick Mahomes and that Chiefs high-powered offense going against the Tampa Bay defense that loves to put pressure on your quarterback.
And you know what? Nobody knows that better than Eric Bieniemy, Andy Reid, two of the best coaches in the game at putting their players in advantageous situations. Here is a low red zone staple from the Kansas City Chiefs. It's a quick hitter. It allows Patrick Mahomes to show off his arm skill a little bit. He's going to reverse out, and he's going to pitch it Shovel pass to El Sasij. Walk in for a touchdown. Here you go, another play. Train your eyes on the window dressing. You got all-pro tight end Travis Kelce coming to block. Oh, a little 180. He's out the back door. You look at the bottom of the screen, tons of numbers of Bills, and out front is a Kansas City Chief convoy, London Fletcher.
Oh, my goodness, man. The president doesn't have this much protection.
And, I'd be out of breath right there. They didn't score, but we get another play of Patrick Mahomes. This really shows us the greatness of the Mahomes. Ball in his hand, pump fake, is able to get the defenders off of him. And you know what the real smart thing is here? Get out of bounds, get a chance to do it again.
So I love the creativity of Eric Bieniemy and Andy Reid in that Chiefs offense. But as I mentioned, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they love to put pressure on your quarterback. And let's take a look at Jason Pierre-Paul right here against his left tackle. There's a long arm, Kyle. What's happening here?
That right there is where you start screaming, throw it!
Too late. Aaron Rodgers has to go down. And boy, did he go down in that game 5 times. And then his buddy, Shaquille Barrett, on the other side. Now watch this little foot fake.
That's
open the gate. Sack, forced fumble recovery. Man, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they get after you. And my favorite player on this Bucs defense, Devin White, the all-world linebacker. They screw with the protection of the Atlanta Falcons. White comes on the delayed blitz, gets to Matt Ryan. I'm telling you, Kyle, this is going to be a great chess matchup between these two offenses and that defense.
I can't wait.
Oh, man, I'm all fired up. That was great stuff, guys. And look, here on Tops, the only thing we love more than football is food. So, guys, you have the squawking goats biscuit. How about that? And for Amy, the Iron Goats. I mean, you got some spinach. It's all good. What better way to honor the kid and the goats? We're going to enjoy these biscuits. It's time for X Factors and Picks when Out of the Pregame Show returns.
That other pregame show on CBS is sponsored by Geico. You could save even more by bundling home and car insurance.
Here's the lineup coming up on CBS. Coming up next is the Road to the Super Bowl, followed by Tony Goes to the Super Bowl. That's Romo for those keeping score at home. Then JB and the guys have you covered from 2 to 6 on the Super Bowl today. And then the kickoff show, which takes you right up until, well, kickoff. Now, normally on That of the Pregame Show, we have 4 hours, and you guys get your own personalized segments. So since we have a shorter show today, we incorporated those segments into a very special way for you guys to make your Super Bowl picks. And Jonathan, you're up first, as always, and open your box.
Oh, what's in the box? Let's see. Listen, these are fire. I am picking the Kansas City Chiefs in this one. I'm picking them 30-28. Listen, when you got speed in the NFL, you got speed in spades. That's what the Chiefs have. It's going to be the Chiefs.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. California, here these come. I too am picking the Chiefs, and you are right. Speed kills.
Whew. All right, okay, let's see what we have in here. Bucs fans are gonna love me. I'm going with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I feel like the Bucs defense, they'll be able to take advantage of this makeshift offensive line of the Kansas City Chiefs, Kyle.
Some good points there, London. And that's why I'm going to be with you on Super Bowl Sunday.
Oh,
in
it's
the
our side
victory
against
circle.
their side.
All right, I'll break the tie, and I'm rolling with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, baby.
Patrick Mahomes' world, we're just living in it. 35-27 in an absolute classic. And shout out to Alex Pecorelli of Freakin' Sneaks, who made these custom creations just for us. That is great stuff. All right, guys, X Factor. Kyle, start with you.
Well, for me, the X factor has to be protecting Tom Brady early on. You got to stay on schedule if you're the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You look at Spagnuolo's defense, 6th best in 3rd and long situations. Conversely, Tom Brady and the Bucs, 6th worst in that situation.
My X factor is going to be in Ndamukong Suh. Now, I expect Suh to have a dominating performance. He's going to be going against right guard Stefan Wisniewski, who's making his first start of the season for the Kansas City Chiefs.
And my X factor is Kansas City offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy, because he may have to adjust his offense to accommodate for that injury-depleted offensive line.
I love Tampa Bay corner Sean Murphy-Bunting. That's my X factor. This is a guy who, since week 16, when quarterbacks throw his way, they have a passer rating of 39.4. And he has a pick in each of these 3 postseason games. He'll be the first with 4 and 4.
And they say there's no more bunting in big games. Listen, I'm going with Sammy Watkins. You got to remember, this guy's a freak. I mean, he's a tremendous talent. He's now healthy. Remember what he did last year on Super Bowl Sunday against San Francisco. I'm going to take a couple plays. I'm going with Sammy Watkins. London Fletcher, get us started. Final thoughts.
You know, my final thoughts is we're either going to see the Kansas City Chiefs go back-to-back or Tom Brady win his 7th Super Bowl, Kyle.
That's a lot of Super Bowls. And you know what? I never played in one, but being here on set today, I got my sweat going. I could play today. I'm fired up, guys.
Listen, for about 15 of the past years, we've had some close Super Bowls. I think this one's going to top them all.
And you know, we are here thanks to the hard work of the NFL and CBS. And there's hoopla and there's excitement. But when that ball is snapped, for everyone in each of these 2 organizations in this game, it's a game.
Coming up next is the road to the Super Bowl, and what a road it has been. It's been a season unlike any other, and I have been thrilled to share it with the best team in the business. For London, Amy, Jonathan, and Kyle, I'm Adam. Enjoy Super Bowl 55, everyone. Can't wait for a great day on CBS.